Hello everyone, and welcome to our 4th edition of EPSO Week this year in Tennessee. My name is Sam Brooks. I'm the Supervisor of Personalized Learning for the Putnam County School System. EPSO stands for Early Post-Secondary Opportunity, and in the past week, we every day have featured someone via video and posting it to our social media to highlight the programs that we partner with in Putnam County, and so excited now to get into a few of our students who have gone through this program in Putnam County. And so today we're featuring Dawson Davidson. I've actually had a couple of interviews as years have gone on in Putnam County. Dawson is now a present Tennessee Tech student, and we're going to talk about the reasons that he chose to be an EPSO student and what led him into the EPSO offerings in Putnam County. What's a little bit different about Dawson than some of the other folks that we featured this week, Dawson really chose CTE as an area of emphasis for his pathway as he went through Cookeville High School, and also was involved in every aspect of the Vital Program offerings all the way back to middle school. So we're going to dive in, Dawson. I want to thank you for joining us today. So first question I have for you today, Dawson, is you decided at an early age that you wanted to create an opportunity to take control of your pathway in middle school and then leading up into high school. At an early age, why did you begin those high school classes in middle school?
Well, I knew I wanted to, one, get a head start in college. I wanted to kind of have a push for getting a little bit ahead and also have cushion if, something was to happen. I could have some courses already under my belt. And also, I knew what my career was. I wanted my pathway to start building at an early age. So through my involvement in those courses, I was able to get a jump start on my career.
So at an early age, when did you really start considering that the online classes and Vital program at middle school was going to be a part of your future?
Well, I knew I wanted to be involved in the Vital program at high school because I knew the great opportunities that it brought, and also the access that it would give me that if a all-in-person student would have, it would be compared to, it would be a difference. So I wanted to be able to jumpstart that, and I also wanted to be able to expand my learning horizons. Also, I had a very busy schedule in middle school and high school, so the Vital opportunities gave me the chance to have a class that I could do while I was on the road, going somewhere at an event. So that was a really great opportunity.
All right, so tell us a little bit. Your schedule is very busy, has been very busy. So tell us a little bit about what motivated you and what did you actually do in middle school and high school that took up so much of that time?
Well, I did all my English through dual enrollment. And that was just because English was one of my best subjects, and also I am trying to be the best public speaker I can be. So English was just a jump start to make myself learn how to speak eloquently and write eloquently. And also, through my experience with Vital, I took a few courses in high school that maybe I personally wouldn't have had time for in person, or I could have used that time wisely in a different way. I took them online, and I was able to fill my time in and also get kind of a different aspect. One of the classes I took was online PE, which I know was kind of an odd choice, but it gave me the chance to do online PE and have another class in CTE that would fill my time more wisely.
Awesome. So a packed schedule at a young age, and knowing really very early what you might want to do in your future is probably not the norm.
No.
So how did you know that early that something like this was going to be very important to your future?
I have always heard, trying to get into the business that I'm trying to be in, you're going to have a crazy schedule, and you're also going to have to weigh your opportunities. And I knew I had to go through school. I knew I needed to get a college degree, and I knew I had to get through high school. But I also knew I was going to be working on my career pretty much full-time through the entire duration of my high school experience. So when I knew what I wanted to do, I also knew I needed to make sure I used my time wisely. When I was working either on a television set or with FFA, traveling, doing competitions, I needed to be able to balance my schoolwork and Vital gave me the opportunity to kind of weigh my chances and also get a new look into how the future of education is going to be, especially this year. We have really seen that change.
So it sounds like the open pace, the ability to work as fast
Yes.
as you want to based on a suggested pace,
Yes.
but allowing you to advance as you needed to
And
was
a lot
important.
of the time, if I knew I had a big event coming up, maybe it was a week-long event or we had a big competition, I could get worked in ahead of time and then have downtime in my school aspect to focus on those other aspects like a competition.
Awesome. So you talked a little bit about what you decided that you wanted to do in your future. So let's let the folks know exactly what that is.
Well, I'm an agriculture business management major at Tennessee Tech right now, but my goal is to be a full-time television personality host, somewhat of an agriculture advocate, which I feel like I am an agriculture advocate, but I want to be one on a public scale. So something similar to a lifestyle agriculture combined television show that showcases aspects of the world that people may not know, but also does it in a way that you can educate people.
Very specific there, and
Yeah.
I think you're.
I have a niche.
Yeah, you have a niche. You're well on your way to achieving that, and you fit the mode. You talk very well, and you know some of the courses along the way, you've trained yourself to be able to do that. So congratulations already on the success that you've experienced, and I can't wait to watch your career unfold as time goes on, Dawson. It's going to be very interesting. So we've already touched on this just a little bit. So I want to ask you just a general question: why CTE courses? And I ask that because in the past, you know, maybe as students have come through the high school, I think when you mention and you say college or career ready, students are hearing college or career ready. And so we kind of changed our motto, if you will, to getting our students future ready and not necessarily college or career ready. And I think that's what that has done for the students in Putnam County as they come into high school. They see their future as something that can involve a number of aspects of education as they go through the high school ranks. So future ready to us means the ability for one of our students to look at the offerings in Putnam County, whether it be dual enrollment, AP, dual credit, and CTE, and pick from a variance of all of those offerings to get them to where they want to go. So how did that fit in? You found out pretty early CTE was going to be a big part of your high school career.
Yes. One, I want students that possibly will be getting in the Bible program not to be confused with college or career. I want them to understand that I feel college and career is almost the same thing. Your college is your career. Your career is going to be what your college is. You're going to go to college based on what you want to do in your career. CTE was going to be a big aspect for me, one, because it has the best agriculture program probably one of the public schools in Tennessee will ever see. We have a great opportunity to travel and compete and really broad out your horizons. I knew that agriculture was going to be my route, and I knew that Cookeville High School was going to give me the platform to build my career. While at Cookeville High School in the CTE department, I had the platform that a lot of students probably would never get. One, because I had a great schedule, and two, because I knew that I wanted to use the Vital program in the CTE aspect of the Cookeville High school system to build my career. The agriculture department really helped mold me into the person I am, and also build those aspects that a lot of people need for their career, as far as public speaking, as far as teamwork, as far as competing. It just builds you up to be a great aspect and a great asset to the next college or place you go.
Awesome. I can imagine as you came out of high school, your opportunities were probably limitless of what you could have done with what you learned in high school.
Because of CTE and because of my jump start with the Vital classes and my honors courses in high school, I had my first year at Tennessee Tech completely paid for in scholarships. And that also was basically because of the opportunities that was given to me through the program. I want students who are going to join the Vital program to understand this is going to be a very important aspect of your career and also your life. And the world is changing, education is changing, and I think that if you mold yourself to be able to be ready for change, you can better yourself in the future and also have a head start in trying to get that next job, trying to get into a college. Building that resume is also a really important thing, and I think Vital plays a key part in that.
So let's take a look specifically at your time at Cookeville High School, and you know we're going to talk about a few things as you go through it. You're kind of unique in you know you took dual credit classes, you took dual enrollment classes, you took within CTE.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about some of the classes that you took and some of the teachers that really pushed those classes out and were important to you while at Cookeville High School.
Some of my vital classes that I loved, I did a CTE/vital agriculture business course that was really great. It also prepared me for agriculture business courses I'm currently taking at college. I also did honors English through Cookeville High School, which was a great opportunity. I did dual enrollment through CTE, and that was through Ball State as well. The teachers that I really connected with, which you probably could guess, is Jackie Vester and Danielle Johnson. They not only were the teachers for the courses, but also my advisors in my FFA career, and they pushed out beginning to be the better person you're going to be in the future, and also making sure your career is a priority just as much as your schooling is a priority. So those two things combined also made schooling very enjoyable because you're learning, but you're also learning about things you want to learn about. You're learning about how to branch out your career, branch out your education, and it all marries together and makes a really great student for college readiness.
Yeah, and Miss Danielle and Miss Jackie at Cookeville High School, of course, award-winning agriculture teachers there and have been there for a while.
And I think that's really what it is climbing a ladder. Just knowing the next step, or if you don't know the next step, we're going to have help to get you to that next step. Everything is almost a puzzle that even if you think at the time it may not work out, everything somehow fits together and really ends up being great.
Well, that's great to hear because that, you know, in getting this program going and kind of dreaming about what the areas of growth that we could experience in there, we definitely knew that CTE was going to be a big part of that. And if you're sitting out there, and we use these acronyms all the time, and you don't know what CTE is, that's Career and Technical Education in the state of Tennessee. And we have 13 out of the 16 career clusters in Putnam County that are offered to our students. And of course, your choice was agriculture, and
Yes.
we can see why now. So let me ask you this. Moving forward, you're now a sophomore at Tennessee Tech. How has your experience in those CTE classes helped you in college?
Well, one, through my experience in agriculture and FFA, I got my name out there like nothing I could have ever imagined. And also, that really helped me getting into college. Through the agriculture program at Tennessee Tech, they really recruited me hard. One, because they knew I came from a great program. I was taught the things I needed to be taught, and also I was taught the skills for my career. When you go to college, they're looking for students that have a little sprinkling of every possible aspect you can plug in as far as your schooling and your career goes. So Cookeville High School is students from Putnam County, but also when we were traveling for competitions and when you get to college, not everyone is from Cookeville or not everyone is from where you're going. So it really trains you to be able to work with others, know the aspects of your career and how to work together to make it happen.
So I know you're very motivated about the FFA program.
Yes.
How did those experiences help you? And we've already talked about how the online opportunities and the pacing allowed you to be able to do work at your pace.
Yes.
So I know the opportunities, the travel, the experiences that you went through with the CTSO in high school that Miss Danielle, Miss Vester managed. Tell how important that was to your career.
It pretty much launched my career. I had a career coming into high school in the agriculture world. I'm a poultry exhibitionist and I had national awards, but coming into FFA, Miss Vester and Miss Johnson knew they were going to mold me into something great. They were going to put me in these specific competitions that would better my career and better my schooling experience. It pretty much gave me a platform I would have never expected. Through being in FFA, which is a wonderful organization, it pretty much launched my entire career as far as public speaking. I have gotten so many television opportunities because of my experience in FFA and also my awards. And also through the Tennessee Department of Agriculture, I have been recognized multiple times just on my aspect of advocacy and knowing the kind of person I am thanks to the program I was in.
Awesome. That's so exciting. And just so happy for these folks to hear the different opportunities for our students in Putnam County as we go through EPSO week this week. So what are some of the activities that you're involved in now in your college at Tennessee Tech?
I am involved in student government. I'm a public relations director of student government. I'm also involved in a great club called Rural Reimagined. It's a new club at Tennessee Tech. It's part of Phil Oldham and Bill Lee, the governor of Tennessee's Grand Challenge program. So we're working on doing a lot of public service events and advocating for agriculture and showing people that agriculture is not just farming. It's people from all different aspects. It can be agriculture engineering, agriculture communications, and we're advocating for the advocacy of these people's careers and also how you can add everyone together and have a great project. I'm also a President's Ambassador for Phil Olin for Tennessee Tech, so I work with the President's office closely in doing public speaking events and also representing the face of Tennessee Tech.
Awesome. Congratulations on all that.
Thank you.
Let's jump back a little bit. And the main motivation for us pushing out our videos this week is to allow future students that are coming into our high schools to understand what some of these opportunities can do for them.
Yes.
So if you had someone in front of you that was in 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade and they asked for your advice, what would you tell them?
My advice would be, if you know what you want to do, just go for it. Just jump into it, jump into the program, jump into CTE, jump into Vital. If you know you're going to have an exciting career and you want a jump start, this is a great program. If you don't know what you want to do, I would say take some of these courses and get a feel for what you would like to do. I think it's great advice to tell each student coming into high school to take at least 2 dual enrollment classes. That will put you so far as credit hours, as far as getting college experience, and also understanding the aspect of education on a bigger scale outside of the high school career. And I also would say my best advice would be just to follow your instincts. If you know that you're not good at this, but you're better at that, hone in on that and take an honors course or take a CTE or a Vital course in the aspect that you're better at, and it really will push you so much farther.
So you mentioned dual enrollment, and I got to ask you, having dual enrollment credit under your belt while you were still in high school,
Yes.
still under the safety net of your parents, how did that help you going into college when you walked on campus?
Well, one, it made you more confident. You knew what you were expected to do as far as coursework goes. A lot of college is unknown to people coming straight out of high school. If you're a senior, you're going to college, you don't know what you're going to expect. You may be going to a different city. So having that experience, one, teaches you, okay, I know what the coursework is going to be like, so that's one less variable I have to worry about. And two, it made your parents less worried because they knew you could handle the work, the stress, the advancements that college will put on you, and you got that done in high school. And also, I think that if you have dual enrollment credits, you're going to be recruited better as far as, okay, this is a student who takes school seriously and also knows the aspects of going to college and the situations that come with that.
All great points and very beneficial
Yes.
to students that are...
And also, it's such a cost saver.
Yeah.
It saves so much money. If you are trying to save money, you need to take dual enrollment because college is very expensive. Even Tennessee Tech is pricey, and it's a public university for the state of Tennessee. So dual enrollment cuts a lot of the cost, even though it may be a lot of cost up front, or you might think it's a lot of cost up front compared to actual college tuition. It saves you so much money, and it gets you ahead. So it's almost a win-win why each student wouldn't take at least one course in dual enrollment or Vital.
Yeah, thank you, Dawson. That's just incredible advice for folks that are really on the fence, trying to figure out what they want to do. I know there's had to be a lot of people that have had influenced you along the way, that have helped you as you went through high school. Would you like to name a few of those now?
Well, of course, Danielle and Jackie Vester. I also would thank the staff at Cookeville High School in general. I was an intern on the third floor office, so everyone, Karen Trenum, Mr. Matlock, who is not there anymore, he was great when I was there. There's always, I think the staff, even though they may not play a part in your education career, they're there every day and they're helping you get through school. So I think the staff at Cookeville High School is wonderful. I also think Donna Sherrill, your office, are great advisors for getting into the program. If you're weary or you want someone to kind of lead you, these people have great experience, and they're also going to not let you fall. They're going to make sure you're on track and you're ready to go.
Well, we definitely appreciate that, and thank you so much for being a poster child for Vital, and not only Vital, but for Cookeville High School. We work closely with all of our high schools to be able to help them know what the options are and help parents and students develop that plan, whatever it might be for them and whatever their focus is for when they get out of school.
Yes.
So thank you very much for joining us today. I know this has been great information for folks out there to to hear about, and we wish you continued success, although I know I don't have to do that.
Wow.
You've been very successful at everything you've done. I can't wait to follow your career and just watch and see where you end up as the years go on, and see you climb another ladder as you get out into the workforce, and I can't wait to see what happens there.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Have a great day, and thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us too. And if you have any questions about any of the dual enrollment options or any of the EPSO offerings in Putnam County, you can always call the Vital office at 931-528-2176. Have an awesome day, and thanks for joining us.